It is time to do a little fishing. I'm here at Lake Afton. I've got a couple worms inside here. Lake Afton in Kansas. Gonna catch some white perch. Gonna show you how I've been doing it. If you've got a kid, a grandkid, if you just like coming out and catching some fish, quick way to do it. And then I'll show you what I'm gonna do with the fish I catch. I'm taking these worms, just pinching them in two. That there's actually a little bit much, but I've still got the rest of them. And then on this hook I go. Big hands, it's hard to hold this little feller, but I'll just thread it on. Thread it on the hook several times, barely leaving a little bit of that hook exposed at the bottom. You see these cattails here behind me. I'll just cast out right into the shallow water, maybe 20-25 foot off the bank. First one there. As you can see, these little fellers aren't very big, but they are ferocious biters. I caught 19 of them last night on about a worm and a quarter. See, I've still got the worm left. These are white perch. Nobody wants them in the lake. They got in here by accident. If they're in your lake, they make great bait. They do get larger, big enough to eat on some. Number two, that takes you longer to rebait and rehook. That one used my worm, but I did get him, so I got two on the board now. Not only have I caught these white perch up here, but I've also caught some regular bluegill. Caught a few small 14, 15-inch channel cat. Cast out in between these cattails, a little bit windy. I'm just keeping my line tight, slowly reeling back in here. I've got a weight on the bottom, and my worm is about 6 inches, maybe 8 inches up above that weight, so the weight's dragging on the bottom. The worm's up off the bottom just a little bit. I have not fished the east banks of this lake. I've stayed on the west side, but every time we've come up here, shallow water near the cattails, been able to catch them often and fairly quick. Probably average 15 an hour. Might not be in here as heavy as they was last night right before dark. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning right now. I've fished for these things anywhere from shortly after daylight to the last hour as the sun sets in the day. Caught them pretty much all day long, caught them at noon. It is pretty windy. All along this bank there's cattails, then there's little breaks in it. I kind of wanted to come out here and do it where I was by myself, so I'm a little bit farther on the southwest edge of the lake right now. The way the wind's blowing, a little bit hard to get it where I want it there. You don't have to reel it in like I'm doing. I'm just reeling very slowly. You can leave it set out there, but I've found if I've got a little bit of a tight line, it's a little bit easier to make them take the hook. Losing more bait. I've also put a bobber on it. Just put my hook about 16 inches below the bobber. Caught a few fish like that as well. But I seem to find out my best luck was right here like what I'm doing. of the morning. Been here about 5 minutes in total. And these white perch, they're supposed to breed and spawn faster than the other fish in the lake. They pretty much will take over the lake and overpopulate. Here at Afton, there's no limit on them, but you are required to remove them out of the water after taking them out of the water. You're not allowed to turn them back loose. There's other areas down here along the lake that don't have near as many cattails. I know they're using that structure of those cattails to hide in a little bit. I just try and cast near the cattails and reel back in slowly. That's a bad cast there, but I've even caught them that shallow. Last night I caught 5 or 6 fish that was in there that shallow. Oh, I missed him. We've got a lake weekend coming out where we'll have several family members camping. We won't be up here, we'll be back in Oklahoma. All these little white perch, they'll get used in Oklahoma. I'll use them as cut perch for channel cat. Last time I was up here, caught a few, took them home, went out on the water, caught some channel cat, caught one nice big blue using them, but we've used white perch for many years, catching blue cat, catching channel cat. After they've hit that worm a few times, might have to adjust it and get it back on the center of the hook good. Lake Afton, it is about 240 acres. There's a boat running out across there right now. I've seen several people out there fishing from their boats, and some of them just having fun. I believe this is our 3rd weekend to be up here. I've easily caught 100 of them little perch so far. They're not biting up close as hot as they were last night. I'm going to try a little further. Probably got me out there roughly 30 feet. If the action doesn't pick up here, I'm going to go on further north where I've got a bigger lane to cast in. You might not see it much, but the wind is howling pretty good coming through here. Got a little bit of worm left. I'm going to go up to another spot. They are definitely not biting as hot this morning as they were yesterday evening. I'm going to try spot number 2 here. Had a little nibble, but he didn't take it all the way. Number 4, getting a bit close to the shore here. One more little white perch. There farther. He was probably 30 foot out or so where he hit. I've caught him right off the bank, and I've caught him out there 30 or 40 foot at times. So if you're not getting bites, my suggestion is move just a little ways, because they are aggressive little fellas. Probably cast out there 40 foot that time. Oh, he come off right here. Come off close to the edge. I haven't run into rocks here at Lake Afton. Not saying there's not any, but it's pretty much just been some cattails, reeds and stuff along the edges, and I think it's mainly dirt out there, so I haven't been hung up one time. Hey, how are you, sir?
All right.
Have any luck with the catfish? Nope. I've seen a few caught up here 2 weeks ago. Oh, that was a guy sitting up there with stink bait on that little courtesy fishing deal up there. I've just been catching these white perch that I use for bait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I tried chicken gizzards last night. Didn't get nothing.
Didn't get nothing. Yeah. Well, good luck to you.
Yep. I'm headed home.
All righty. Take care, man.
Yep.
And there is another one. If you're wondering about these fish, how to identify them, of course you can look online, but the white perch itself, that little feller's hard to hang on to. The white perch itself just has the one line down its side. Of course, the striper would be longer and thinner, but it would have multiple lines. Very similar to sand bass. Sand bass are going to have more lines. Hybrids are going to be broke up. But these little things, one main line going down them. They reproduce quick. I've caught at least 6 of them so far. My wife has called me. Breakfast is ready at the camper. I'm going to go put these in a freezer bag. Next time you see them, they will be cut bait, as I'll be using them for channel cat and blue cat. They work great. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see some more content. Get your kid, your grandkids, somebody out there fishing, and enjoy.